But we're more than halfway. We're just gonna stab it back together, Loctite the crap out of it, and shove it back in her butt.
Good morning, Brite Nation. As you know, Kevin and Brittany are home. We just realized that Trail Hero is in a couple of days, and I can't find Kevin. So now I gotta go inside and find out where the heck this guy is, because we got work to do on the CJ. Whew. Crazy out there. Kevin! Are you on TikTok right now?
No, I'm not TikTok. I'm watching TikTok.
We got some work to do, dude. Trail Hero's in like a couple of days.
Yeah, I thought you were busy out there with it.
Yeah, we gotta get the CJ going. Yeah, come on, buddy.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's go.
Oh, let me change.
Yeah, you gotta change. Yes.
Now that we're finally back home, I actually get to give some love to the sister wife. Chris is over here. He's going to be quiet for me because I'm filming. No, I'm just joking. So he's doing a locker install while I'm actually doing some sister wife stuff. So before we left, actually like the day we bought this thing, we ordered some 16-inch Bilstein Coilovers, and they just came in literally the day before we got back. So it's been, even for us guys, and you know we're sponsored by Bilstein, even for us, it's been almost a 4-month wait to get these. So if you're looking for coilovers, looking for shocks, keep in mind everybody is back ordered, and I'm not anything special. I mean, 4 months of waiting for these. I know people have been waiting 4 or 5 months for their own stuff. But anyway, we've got one mocked up here just to see and make sure. Now, got to keep in mind, coilovers don't come with springs. You have to buy your own springs separately. You have to figure out what lengths you want. And even though these are 16-inch coilovers, I am going 16-inch springs. But on Brittany's buggy, there's only 14-inch springs because we want to be able to keep the vehicle super, super low the way it's set up. So you have to order springs separately. And to do that, springs are all kinds of different spring rates and lengths. So that's going to be on your personal build. Anyhow, one issue we ran into already, this guy here is sticking straight out. Now we could put a 90 on this to clear, or we could just mount this bad boy right here and just notch the hood. And it's just all that's going to do is take some weight out of that heavy steel hood, and that would look actually pretty sick, just mounting that there and notching the hood out around it all. So I think that's what we might do. That's actually the easiest solution. But anyway, thank you, Bilstein, for getting these finally out to me. Let's get these on here and actually see what this thing looks like now.
While Kevin's over there figuring out his coilovers that I'm gonna have to redo later, that I know he just talked about.
Hey!
But we're gonna do a neat knee locker. I'm gonna have Beck put this one in because I'm probably gonna have to go help Kevin put in the coilovers. We already got the diff cover off, we got the axles out. Now we're just gonna yank this guy out. And because we're doing a knee locker, we got to put a hole in the housing, and that's just under 1/2 inch. So we're gonna use this guy right here. We're gonna put it right there in the meat. I'm using a 31/64. Close enough. Quit making so much noise over there. What are you doing over there? Ratchet hammering?
Don't ratchet with my good hammer.
So I'm employing somebody here right now that's part of the Jeep locker install over there to help me film this. But so here's the new Bilstein Coilovers, big 16-inch bad boys, same exact ones that are on Brittany's. What is hers called again? I forgot what her name was. Side Chick. That's what it was. Side Chick. These coilovers are going to come just like this. You have no springs, like I said earlier. You do have these misalignment spacers, so that's good, but it doesn't come with hardware. So you will need bolts, washers, and lock nuts for that as well, because this is all you get. So just keeping that in mind, if you're wanting coilovers and go coilovers, you're gonna need some extra stuff. And the big thing is gonna be the springs and spring rates. So these are from a big box of springs that I got with my Ultra 4 car. It had like 20 different springs in there, and luckily there's some that are gonna fit for this. So your lighter spring rate's gonna go up top, and that's the spring that it's gonna mostly ride on. And you have your crossover collar here. This is gonna sit between the two springs, tall side up. And then if you look right here, these are your crossover rings. So these rings you're gonna set where you want the primary spring to stop and then run into the secondary spring that we're about to put on. And that's kind of important. For rock crawling, it's not a big deal, but for going fast, it is, because you want to get into the secondary heavy spring. So set that on there like that. And that's it. That's all she wrote. All right, I just threw the other front coilover on there. Go ahead and release the ARB slowly there. Here she comes. Here she comes. Let's see where she's gonna sit. It's pretty tall. That's pretty tall. Okay, so we're having a little problem. The ARB jack isn't able to lift the back. It's just rotating over and we can't get it to lift. And Chris is using the lift for the gears over there, or for the locker. So we have pulled the engine and trans off the engine hoist. Did some chains inside. Luckily there's these hooks in here. And we're just gonna go ahead and see if we can't lift her up using the engine hoist. Oh, there she goes. There it goes. Ingenuity! Woohoo!
Questionable.
Questionable ingenuity. Nah, it's fine. All right, this is starting to make me a little mad. So we got it up, and the limit strap was on, and that was stopping. That was stopping from going any higher. Now we got the limit strap off. Now the arm is hitting here right as we're so close. So that looks like it's close. The problem is the bottom isn't down where it needs to be. So right now you can see that there's a gap here. Well, we can't do anything about it because there's nitrogen in it. There's no way to compress that. But if we let the nitrogen out, it'll let me compress this all the way down here, and we'll be fine. Good thinking. Good thinking. Okay, she's all ready. Go ahead and let that hoist down. See where she sits. We're gonna measure. We'll get an initial measurement. See where we're at. Woo! She is tall. Oh crap! Oh man.
She looks great.
That is. I can't even get into that.
Well, we know you're short, but.
Oh, this is way taller than it was before. Here.
There you go. You got tires.
Yeah.
It's a wee rock. It's a.
Jesus.
Try doing a pull-up into it.
Yeah.
Oh man, the back is.
It looks good.
I know, but it's way too tall. Like you don't want all your center of gravity that high.
No, you don't. A little stink looking.
So we have to pull it all back apart.
You should take it out and drive it around the yard, though.
Yeah, you think it's gonna come down 3-4 inches?
Just let it settle. Well, let's see.
Crap. I can't come any more down. We've already adjusted the collar, so that's as far as it can come down. So what we might have to do is actually change the top springs out to 14-inch tall, so that'll drop me 2 inches all the way around. And that's probably about where I need to be. It is tall. I mean, I don't know if you can tell in this big garage how massive that looks, but it is.
Kevin trying to go get it?
Gotta do like Kevin yoga. It's like, there's no way. Look, this is literally up to the bottom of my ribs. It's a little higher because I think before, what I did was I stepped into here, I stood on the footwell. Oh no, I guess I can still do it. Huh. Well, it's, here Chris, come do your yoga. Oh God, you should be able to do it. You're just tall enough to get in there. Let's see, figure out like a step on the tunnel. Yeah. It doesn't feel too bad once you're up there.
It is taller than it was. It's definitely taller than it was.
Yeah. Just send it.
Just send it. That is taller than it was. That's tall.
That's taller. Too tall. Too tall is a bad thing because too tall is your center of gravity goes way up and it makes it not so good for off-camber situations. But I think we'll just play with it and see what happens. Hey Chris, I see your Jeep's on the ground.
Of course it is.
You all done? That's it?
I just gotta hook this up.
Oh, as a the wire. Okay, so I couldn't really stand the rear was 2.5 inches taller than the front. So we went ahead and went with 14-inch on the top, so 14-inch coilover on the top, 16-inch on the bottom, with only a 150 spring rate because there's not as much weight back there. So now I have the ability to actually raise it back up using this collar here. Let's see if we're finally a little more level. Make sure that spring sits inside. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, did yours sit inside there too?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, come on down. Oh yeah, that's a lot more level.
So guys, come check this thing out. I got this new toy. It's awesome. So we just got done setting up my new Miller-Matic 220. Got the bottle on it finally. We've been running some test welds. Had Beck out here running some test passes. She's doing really well. This machine is pretty nice. That was a little hot still. Kevin.
What's up?
Because sometimes you sweat in some of this gear, I got you your own crap so you don't get your nasty sweat in my gear.
Wait, you expect me to weld now?
I thought you wanted to.
Yeah, I do.
I got you all new gear. I got you a Digital Elite. I got you the new one. Nice new pair of gloves. Got you a little head sock so you don't burn the hair that you barely have left on the top of your head.
What? That's, what? There's plenty of...
Yeah, you know.
Damn, Chris.
It doesn't go back. And I got you a brand new Miller jacket. Look at that, fresh.
It's fancy. You can take me on a date with that?
If you wanna. Only if I can drive. The Supra.
The Supra.
So we'll get you all geared up.
Yeah, let me get all geared up and
we'll get you practicing some stuff.
I haven't welded. I mean, I've played around here and there, but I've never actually I'm not like Beck here laying down dimes her first passes. Just like that, I'm ready. Yeah. All right. So I was just asking Chris, now that I'm ready to go, I'm gonna do some test pieces. So I figured after me and Beck kind of get some passes down and we learn a little bit how to weld, then he's gonna show us how to like set up the machine. But setting up the machine is a big deal to get nice, clean, pretty welds.
This guy is the Multimatic 220. Just flip around and do it.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Well, I can't. Hold on. Dang it. All right, 33 seconds of
So this machine is very easy to use. I know we're using 035. You can set it for 030 or 024, which is even smaller wire. So you go up to 035. I know we're gonna be doing 1/8 inch and it dials in pretty close where you wanna be. You can add voltage and take away voltage and wire speed as you want. But I played with this for a little bit today and it's pretty spot on. Set it and forget it. So that one right there is Kevin's very first weld. And it's actually pretty dope.
It doesn't look too, oh, there's the light. There you go. There's the light.
Yeah, he did a real good job.
I think it's honestly the machine.
It's not the machine, you still gotta pull the trigger.
Yeah. I went too fast? What happened right there? That looked okay. And there I was going too fast, or is that too slow?
Woo, woo. Yeah, no, that looks great. Look at that guy.
But it's prep or having clean, right? Because what happens is like when you're welding on old stuff or there's oil or any contamination, that's an issue, right?
Yeah. So this is fresh, cold rolled.
And this is a perfect scenario. This
is a good scenario.
You have it butted up directly because sometimes you have gaps and you have to figure all that out, right?
That's the backside of his first one.
Sick! I can weld. Woo! Let's build some So Britt and I just got back from the kickoff party for Trail Hero, which is also registration. So we got our snazzy vests and everything. And while we were gone, Chris decided to get in on the sister wife here, tear her rear end apart. That sounds bad.
Tore her new rear end. So this is the return spring that when you shut it off, so when you hit the air, this seal pops this ring up and engages the back spider.
Oh,
so
okay,
it locks this to this housing, otherwise it just spins.
So what was the part that was supposed to be bad?
So this is the gear I took out of it. It's not broken, but these edges are supposed to be real sharp and they're highly rounded over, which means it's been half engaged for a long time, or a few times, or bangs it.
You think?
So when it pops up, the gear's just been rounding off that edge and it's never come all the way up and locked it into the spot. And I think it's because it's really rounded over and knurled up, because this one...
Because it did work intermittently, sort of, sometimes.
Yes. But this guy
This guy fits in there so good that even when it's in, this sprag is locked already. When it's on its side and full of fluid, this will sit like right there and it'll spin. So I think that was part of the issue.
Let's hope, because this is a really big miss of a job. Like,
it's a big job.
It's a pretty big job, because if this wasn't rear steer, it would have been easy.
But we're more than halfway. We're just gonna stab it back together, Loctite the crap out of it, and shove it back in her butt.
Shove it back. Here's that shave 14 bolt. Oh, if you were wondering what it is, it's a shave 14 bolt. So we'll see what happens. So it's raining outside, the garage is all closed up, but we still have to get everything done. Chris went ahead and got the locker fixed, you saw that. I put everything back together. Don't think I screwed anything up. It's possible, who knows, it's me. No, Chris was overlooking. So we are gonna swap to some Dirty Lifes and some Nittos, just like we have on everything else. But we did have to run some wheel spacers because the offset of the Dirty Lifes isn't aggressive enough for the rear steer buggy. You don't wanna have the rear steering and hit the control arm or anything else in here. So, Trail Sport makes these wheel spacers. They are actually local to St. George, which is why I bring it up, is because these are locally made in the USA at a T6061 aluminum. You can get them pretty much in any size, whether they're bolt-on, slip-on, whatever you want. I've got a set of their slip-ons on the Stepchild. It comes with the hardware to attach them, and they're mostly in stock. Every time I talk to them and I'm like, hey, do you guys have this? And they're like, yep, you'll see it tomorrow, or I can just go pick it up. So, Trail Sport, thank you. We're gonna go ahead and throw these on, get the buggy back on the ground, and we'll show you what she looks like, because these new Dirty Lifes with the Nittos look badass. All right, well, there she is in the rear. The front still have the race lines and the BFGs for right now, but look how good that looks. Always looks so good. Such a great setup. Now, I do have to give you a quick disclaimer about wheel spacers. I know people say they fail, but it's usually not the wheel spacer, especially when you use quality ones. It is the lack of maintenance, especially when new. Just like a new aluminum wheel, when you first put that on, that aluminum like crushes. The aluminum has some crush to it, and that's why you're supposed to actually check them after a few hundred miles, and then again after a few more hundred miles. You need to retorque them. Same thing with the aluminum wheel spacers. You're gonna go ahead and run them on, torque them down, and then you need to check them. So keep that in mind with any wheel spacers. Stay away from the cheap ones. They do use an inferior metal, and especially they use inferior studs. So if it ever does come loose, of just even a little bit, those studs have a very high failure rate from fatigue. So just keep that in mind. Chris, why are you molesting my sister wife here?
We got nowhere else to put these bad boys, except for right here, which means we have to cut it out of the hood.
Which I think would look sick, right? Because the hood's going to shut.
The hood's going to shut. It's going to be right here. It's going to disappear behind it.
Yeah.
And it's going to be closed, and then I need to put a notch for the hose.
Yeah.
It's going to be sick. It was made for the Juggy.
It seems like it was.
They were made for the Juggy. Gonna chop this out, and then I got to make a slot for the hose so it comes down like right there.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Find out.
Boom. First shot. Damn, dude, that's a clean line. Look at that line.
I've done this a time or two.
Yeah.
Clean.
It's like a tiny little belt sander. Use those muscles. Jesus. Gee, look at that. Pretty good.
I got my knuckle stuck in there.
There it goes. It goes on there like that. Look at that. Maybe without the yellow tape on it, but.
You get the picture.
Yeah.
Put some edge molding on there, should be good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Definitely better without the yellow tape, like I said. It might notch it down here and put another clamp right here, maybe. It doesn't really seem to need it, so I didn't want to do it just to do it.
Oh my god. It's because I didn't clean this one yet. Yeah,
Look at that.
We'll put some edge molding on there and Keep that from getting frayed.
That was great. I was helping Chris, so I couldn't film at the same time, but there it is with the molding. Got the black molding covering it, so there's no sharp edges. Look at that. That looks so clean. Look how good that looks. God, that thing looks like a beast. Oh, let's go wheeling.
Heck yeah. Let's get the trailer.
That's it. That's it, we're done.
Shop's clean.
Yeah, it's empty, it's clean. Trail Heroes tomorrow.
Everything's on the trailer, ready to go. Super excited.
I think we're ready to go. Well, hope you guys liked that episode. That was me fumbling around and Chris actually doing work.
I was building, you know, installing lockers and stuff.
Hey, I got the coilovers on with the
He
help
did get
of-
the coilovers.
Yeah, I got them on.
He did get them
It's
on.
sitting a little high. We might have to make some adjustments. But I get to finally go test it out now with a working locker.
Yes.
And freaking coilovers that
coilovers.
actually flex. So we'll need to flex it actually in the future because we don't have time.
We'll flex
right
it
now.
when we get home.
But anyway, thank
go
you guys
save
so
it.
much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Remember, you can find all of your Lite Brite Nation merch and decals
At lightbrightstudios.com.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. We love you and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Babe, that Brittany, babe, that burrito is bigger than you.
It was the size of a fetus.
Whoa. Well, so I'm on a diet. The whole house on a diet. Beck's got everybody on a diet. Brittany's
Except for
diet.
me.
Brittany's on a diet. It's just the opposite diet. Brittany's on
It's the gain weight diet.
Brittany's on the eat anything I want, eat all the carbs and anything. No, I've been actually eating really well. Chicken and rice and tilapia and all that stuff. But you're gonna give me a bite of that, right? Just like a
No,
bite.
you're on a diet.
Babe, a bite.
You are on a diet,
I know,
and I
but-
have to help hold you accountable for
I know,
your diet.
so I didn't order a whole burrito. I just want a bite. Just a bite.
Think about it.
Brittany,
Think about it.
I'll stop this truck right now. I'll kick you out, make you walk home.
I'll give you a little bite.
Okay.
Half a bite. I'll give you a half bite.
No, a bite.
No, half bite. Beck will totally kick my ass if I let you eat stuff that's not supposed to be eaten.
Don't tell her.
And Beck would totally whoop my ass too. Like,
Yeah.
it's not even a contest.
Yeah, with one finger.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not gonna
One
film me
finger.
having a bite. We'll just go. Yeah, I'm not gonna have a bite. Don't worry. No bite.